But it's like I have enough caffeine as it is.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
Right, and we are back.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Another edition of the Sports Port.
What's up, bud?
It's Tony. It's Barnes.
Episode 201, isn't it?
201. It's Mike. It's Renee. Lot
I know. Oh, shit.
to cover today.
A lot to cover today. A lot to cover today.
And I think, we'll have to get into a little baseball, but we'll save that probably for the end.
As we typically do now in the offseason.
But I think for now, being, Monday Night Football last night, might as well start in the world of the National.
Juju Smith-Schuster is blown up. It is caught. DeAndre Hopkins.
Do not stand up with that man and let him just throw you out of the club.
On its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good. Oh, my goodness.
All right. So the last game of Week 11 last night, we saw the Bucks defeat the New York Giants 30-10. And, usually I kind of start with the synopsis of the game, but I feel like mixing it up today, Tony. So I just curious, just instant reaction, summarization of this game. I mean, what your true feelings are.
Obviously previewing the game, we know what I was talking about, who I was rooting for from yesterday. I really kind of thought the Giants may have had a shot here, with Barkley being back and everything, and Galladay as well. But I mean, just in terms of a synopsis of the game, it was all Tom Brady all day, and Daniel Jones just never really elevated the level of player that he should be, especially obviously being the quarterback, the captain, the leader of the New York Giants. He just really didn't. I think it really kind of showed that the Giants may have to start thinking about moving on, not only from him, but from the staff as well, dude. You look at even the play calling, and it seemed like they had pretty much, not much of a plan at all in terms of attacking the Buccaneers, in terms of getting pressure to Tom Brady. And Tom Brady had all the time in the world in the pocket. And you could say, with Garrett, he had that cool play that they called at the beginning of the game with that, that tackle being an eligible receiver. That's a great play. Besides that, there was no really good play calling. There was no protection of Jones at all. The offensive line did a terrible job. There were so many third and fives that they just completely, botched it, and Jones gets sacked, and there was no momentum at all for the Giants pretty much from the get-go, which is a shame because going into halftime, it was 10-17, right?
Yeah. One possession game.
So, you're thinking at that point, they still have a shot. They're in this game, didn't score for the rest of the game. Obviously, the Buccaneers scored a lot in the second half. Well, not a lot, but, another 13 points. So, yeah, dude.
And then to top it off, and before I get into just the players on the field, they did announce today Jason Garrett was fired.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here.
2 hours ago, Schefter just tweeted
out.
Wow. So Jason Garrett.
I would have thought he would have at least lasted, honestly, the rest of the season or a couple more games, dude. But Jesus, firing him today?
Yes,
That's awesome.
That is breaking news. Jason Garrett let go, and his tenure ends with not one 30-point effort as the offensive coordinator. What a disgrace, but something that, everybody kind of saw coming, and he's too old school. He doesn't have any innovation.
Right.
He's calling plays that were good 15, 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, I'm just so tired of hearing about excuses as to why Daniel Jones still could be good, and it's about what's around him. And I just think that's a complete load of bull. Honestly, I really do. I think how many times are you going to go out there and not show anything special and just not elevate the team whatsoever. I think it's a complete joke.
You know who's over him? I guarantee you. I haven't even heard him in a while. I guarantee you, my guy Rothy's over it.
Oh my God, he has to be
over it. I know he's happy that Garrett got fired, though.
Yeah, and I think general manager, coaching staff, players around the quarterback, all has an effect. But at the same time, if you just don't have it, you don't have it. And the reason why, since their last Super Bowl, they're 60 games under 500, isn't because of the coaches that they've had or the skilled players that they've had. It's because of the quarterbacks that they've had. And clearly this guy is a backup at best.
No, I think you're totally right, dude. I think the boss put it very eloquently and quite perfectly, to be honest. The Giants are an absolute mess, top to bottom. Really nothing good about them. And to kind of piggyback off what you were saying, I think that last night's game was really the kind of biggest example of Daniel Jones just not being the quarterback that the Giants need him to be, or at least a starting quarterback the NFL needs him to be. Because at this point, you really can't, there's no excuses in terms of, we have some injured players, we're struggling with injury, it's this, it's that. You were playing a Buccaneers team coming off two pretty, big losses on their part. And, obviously Tom Brady, I don't know. Again, the first half, you hit that one interception off of Evans, I think, right?
Yeah.
Tipped off his hands, not really his fault, but still, they're handing you opportunities to win this game pretty much, to have some momentum early in the game. We can kind of ride that out for the rest of it, and they just did not take advantage of anything.
No.
They were unable to. Not even because they didn't want to. They obviously want to. They were unable to.
And I just think it's like there's always the excuse, the Giants don't do anything rash. The only midseason coaching change was McAdoo because of the situation with Eli. And I just think, it's completely ridiculous. It's like, just start the process now. And they say, like Mad Dog was talking about on the radio on my way in. He's like, they're going to give Judge most likely at least 2 years after this season. It's like, what have we seen from him the first year and a half that warrants that? It's like, and then you're going to do the whole thing where the general manager has to have the coach. It's like, that's not going to work. Like, just admit you messed up again, and you have to hit a home run. And it starts with bringing in a good general manager. And a guy that comes to mind for me, and I think Mike Greenberg mentioned this on ESPN Radio today, was just bring in Louis Riddick. I think, he seems very knowledgeable on ESPN. He's worked in scouting departments before. Instead of like, this guy was an assistant during the Super Bowl years. No, like just go outside of the organization to bring in the leader of the front office.
No, I think you're totally right. I think that's a good pick too. And I think honestly for the Giants especially, there's really no time like the present to kind of implement a new GM, a new coach, to kind of get a game plan going in terms of who they're going to, tool up the Giants with what players. When you think about it, obviously, QB is probably your first position you want to fill. And when you think about it, there's going to be plenty of teams that are going to be in the market for a QB. We're going to see what happens with Green Bay. Obviously, I think the Saints are going to be in the market for a QB. You can argue that the Panthers are as well. So there's going to be plenty of teams looking for a good quarterback. And I think the Giants need to go out there and find someone who's in the league, who's good, who can kind of really be a good leader for the team and then build around him.
And any thought to, because we were just talking about him yesterday, if they strike out on Wilson, they strike out on Rodgers, of drafting somebody, maybe not in the first round this year, even though they do have the 2 picks in the top 10, but just there's not a lot of hype on the guys in the first round. Picking somebody middle rounds and bringing in like Kirk Cousins for a year or two just to stabilize things and get an offense running properly. And I know it's like what we just talked about, not winning Super, but it's like you have to start with like going 500. So it might not be the worst idea in the world.
Right. No, I think you're totally right. I think, drafting a young QB for the Giants is a good spot. And then bringing in, some type of, B-list QB with experience who can who that new guy who you draft kind of work under like a Cousins, Fitzpatrick. I guess you can kind of see where Matt Ryan's going in terms of the Falcons and stuff like that. So, I think that's your definite move. Yeah.
Yeah. And, Matt Ryan, I would welcome bringing him in. I think the receivers are good, but it's like I mean, you got to fix the offensive line if you're going to do that. Otherwise, it's going to be what is happening in Atlanta right now.
Offensive line hasn't been good in 10 years for the Giants. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. There was one play last night. Tampa Bay's rushing 3 people on the line.
Yeah, on a third down.
And they still get to him, dude. Yep. What is going on there?
Yeah. And your mom says it right. The Giants need some talent to pull them out of the holder, and there is no fire. I mean, what are you in football if you don't have fire?
Yeah.
And I think there's no fire power on offense. Outgained by Tampa, 402 to 215. That's obviously pathetic. And I mean, really, the highlight of the game was that Andrew Thomas caught a touchdown. That's it.
Sick.
And how about more touchdowns this year than Kenny Golladay and Kadarius Toney combined?
That's never a good look, dude. Oh my God.
And it's funny. So we'll see. I think Garrett's the start of this downward spiral. But I in your eyes, though, kind of just to close up this topic, let's say they win one game the last 7. Do they fire Judge?
Yeah.
But even though Mara, patient,
get rid of
he's going to be
everyone,
pissed.
Dude. Yeah, I'm sure. Dude, get rid of him. Get him out. Dude.
Yeah. And a veteran coach. Like, think about the guys that they brought in. Shermer had 1 year of experience with the Cleveland Browns. Ben McAdoo wasn't even qualified to be an offensive coordinator.
Right.
And Judge was a special teams coach.
What is that? Hire us at that point.
Yeah.
You're better off hiring us, dude.
Seriously. And I think that's saying something.
Yeah. Yes, I think so as well.
And you know what is an interesting name? And I've mentioned him for the Jets if it doesn't work out with Salah. What about Rex Ryan? The Giants have always been about defense.
That would be huge. Rex,
can you
back
say
in
that
New
again,
York,
Barnes?
dude?
I want you to let's make that a thing right now. We'll make a reel out of that.
Next season, the 2022 NFL season, Rex Ryan will be the head coach of the New York Giants.
You heard it here
first. So
that's dope.
Bring in Rex. And then a great offensive mind, whether it's college, whether it's, from, an assistant on one of the other teams in the NFL. That is the mindset you need, because when the Giants have done well, they've always had that tough, tenacious defense. And I think that's what they need.
Right. They're totally right, dude.
So that would be interesting. And just on the Bucks here, they had lost 2 in a row, like you said. Brady looked great.
I love the meatballs, by the way. They were so
I think my
good.
mom really hit the nail on the head.
And the sausage.
Honestly, if I wasn't trying to cut back a couple, probably would have had some.
Dude, last night we had a time.
I was like,
macaroni and the meatballs and the sausage and the garlic.
Do you have any cheesecake left?
We didn't touch the cheesecake.
So
you guys left
some.
Sounds like a 1,500 calorie meal.
Yeah. Oh, easily, dude. All the carbs.
But
up and burned it all.
So, you look at Brady last night, 307 through the air, 2 touchdowns. Evans and Godwin caught one each. I thought he looked pretty good, honestly. I know it's the Giants, but, coming off 2 losses, I think he responded. And I think, there's no reason rest of the year that they're not going to be in contention to be in the NFC Championship game at the very least.
Easily, dude. I mean, you look at Brady again. We talk about that one reception, not really his fault at all. And then on top of that, I just feel like, his receivers were, I feel like, dropping balls almost left and right at some point. He would throw a perfect pass right in the end zone, over the shoulder, in and out of the receiver's hands. I mean,
what do you think about him scampering a little bit? Did you see that? He ran
when he ran, and then he was pumped up, dude. I mean, come on. When do you see him run, really, dude? He was amped, bro. I love to see that.
I mean, impressive for 44 years of age.
Very.
I have to say. So we'll see, but it definitely seems like 2 teams headed in opposite directions for sure. And then a little different this Thursday,
Mike, you feeling yourself?
Every other Thursday of the NFL season, we will have 3 games on Thanksgiving. The first one starting at 12:30. And some pretty good matchups, other than the fact that we're forced to see the Lions play. Hopefully Jared Goff at least will start instead of Tim Boyle, who I think had 70 yards passing last week. Goff banged up, but
is he a game time decision, sort of day to day right now?
Yeah, I think it's a day to day situation. And I know the Saints are playing the Bills, and pretty good game. I mean, Saints have been struggling a little bit. Obviously, if Kamara can play, I mean, that's the whole thing,
right?
Because Simeon, if you have a dominant running back, at least he can manage the game. Bears Lions though, 12:30. That's their first game. I mean, That's pretty weak.
Yeah, I don't like that, dude.
Raiders Cowboys, I think will be good, but the Raiders
well, come on,
seem like
dude.
they're dipping, but there's talent on the team. Dallas, if CeeDee Lamb's out, I mean they're already out Cooper, so they're limited. But Raiders defense doesn't impress me much, so you'd expect them to rush the ball 200 yards easily, and then like I said, Bill Saints. So later in the afternoon and into the evening, we'll have some entertaining games after dinner is served.
That is a fact, dude.
Do you usually watch the games or?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
For sure, dude. Especially like everyone's together, the TV's on in the living room. Yeah, everyone's
for the
4:30
game,
dude. Especially at my house, the appetizers are pretty heavy to begin with, dude.
Always overdo it.
The antipasto. My mother bakes, my God, for appetizer, bud. We have a whole meal for appetizer before the turkey dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's funny too. Like it's like every year, you're better off not going crazy, better eating less, and then no, this doesn't happen.
Well, you know what, dude? I honestly, personally, I'm not big on Thanksgiving dinner, so I go heavy on the apps, dude.
And the
dessert, right? Like one plate, some turkey stuffing, some sides and stuff.
Yeah, no, I feel like the sides are the best.
Oh, the sides are way better.
Potatoes are really good.
Dude. Broccoli, some breadcrumbs on them,
string beans, bacon,
maybe some turnips. Like turnips, dude.
A little bit.
Mashed turnips.
Do it. More like the candied yams, sweet potatoes, the marshmallows.
My mom bakes this thing with the sweet potato, maple syrup, and the marshmallow on it, dude. It's fucking crazy.
Maybe some pecans on top, or no?
Pecans. No, I say pecans for the pie. The dessert, dude. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for some pecans.
And there's gonna be cheesecake also. Oh, my mom is gonna bake like 5 cheesecakes this week. It's ridiculous.
The only thing that's tough is once it's over, it's like you're eating terrible for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like, even though if you go to the gym, give it all back.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It stays with you.
Sick.
Sick, dude.
So looking forward to that. But for now, let's talk some basketball in the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right. So last night in the NBA, 2 games that we did preview. First one, we had the Nets at the Cleveland Cavaliers, and at the end of the day, it's 117-112 Nets. And you look at this one, they did come from behind. They were trailing by 11 at halftime. So I was tracking this early thinking, well, my upset pick might hit here. But at the end of the day, I think
it didn't.
Talent wins out. Durant.
The one time you go against the Nets, dude.
Well, the other pick worked, though. And we'll get to it in a second. Durant, 27, 9, and 6. Nice game from Marcus Aldridge, 21 and 11. James Harden, I think he had 14 assists, but only 14 points. And I'm curious just numbers-wise where he is, but I feel like he doesn't have any big games anymore this season. I know.
Maybe there was one, I think, honestly.
But I just feel like he was always a really good three-point shooter and, creating his own shot. And it's like, let's see. So this season, he is averaging 20 points a game, but only shooting 42% from the floor. Last year, shot 47% from the floor. And as far as three-point range is concerned, he's actually up a tick. So I think of recent, his play has improved, but still, about 4 points per game less than he did last season. So be interested to see if he can adjust to these new rules. You look at the Cavs, though. We knew Jared Allen would be pumped for this game. 20 points, 15 boards, and a block. And Darius Garland, 24 points, 11 assists. So listen, the Cavs, ever since, that team that went to 4 straight finals with LeBron was disbanded, they haven't even made the playoffs. So I think all in all, considering injuries, the talent on this team, to be 9-9 at this point, I think is all they can hope for. Because I think at full strength, and I think Sexton is out for the year, but they are going to get back Mobley. They're going to contend, I think, to at least be in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, I guess I would say playing,
10th.
dude.
Just to finish 10th. And I'm saying the talent is there. Marketing, Allen, and Mobley is going to be a future star as well.
I like Rubio, dude. You like Rubio?
No. I have honestly not liked Rubio in 10 years. Because, Tony, he's 5th overall pick. He skips his first season, stays overseas. Timberwolves, we know what the Timberwolves are.
Right.
Lose, bounces around.
Did pretty well with the Timberwolves, though.
But what's pretty well in your eyes?
Fifth
overall pick. So we're
dude.
looking it up. We're
Part
looking
of the team.
But what is
Like
it with
scoring,
you and Rubio? Is it you feel like he's a scrapper? Is that why you're a fan?
I do think he's a scrappy player. Yeah, and I like that. I also, he's what is he like
31
He's
now,
so
right?
underachieved for what he was supposed to be. He's supposed to be
Really?
Pete Maravich reincarnated.
Yeah, fifth overall pick, 2009 draft, and we look at career stats. He averages 11.1 points per game, 7.6 assists, and shoots 39% from the field. 32% from three-point range.
I could probably shoot a higher percentage from the field.
Yeah, come on. I mean, good backup, but not fifth
Good
overall
bench player,
pick.
yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
we have like 16 points last night.
Oh, that's crazy. Is
Good
that a
off the
record?
bench, though.
Off the bench, I think that's a record, right? Franchise record.
Supposed to be franchise point
Like
guard.
joke. Honestly, a joke.
Complete utter joke.
I'm still
Exactly.
proud of him.
But honestly, Mike, quick question for you. I mean, do you feel the Cavs have a bright future ahead these next couple of years?
I
Dude, I
don't know.
love their team. They were on a 4-game streak. They beat the Knicks even.
Yeah.
And I thought it looked like they were headed towards a nice little – because even your boy Jared Allen was saying,
Your boy.
we're going to make sure this season that people know we're not just a team you could – the Cavs, you could check them off as a chill game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So – and they pride themselves on defense and stuff. So they have a good team. Jared Allen, and then marketing could focus on scoring. And
Mobley's going to be a star.
oh, my God. He could play the three
Yeah.
if he wanted to with those bigs.
What do you think of Garland?
I like Garland.
Yeah.
And it sucks Sexton got hurt. I love him. Don't you like him?
Yes, dude.
He's great.
I know. And
Such
what he
a
brings
pit
on
bull.
the defensive end.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they finish 8th. I mean, we'll see. But 9-9 to start the season. Other game that we previewed yesterday, the Grizzlies in the upset, Tony, 119 over your Utah Jazz, 118. I want to hear the
Look at that
justification
smile,
here, Tony.
You see his
What
smile?
is the justification? Because you're always big on if I say something and I'm wrong. So just like to hear what you have to say here. What do you have to say for yourself?
I mean, maybe the Jazz overlooked the
I
Grizzlies.
thought they don't do that.
Well, they do that a lot, but I mean, it happens sometimes, dude. Sometimes the ball doesn't go down sometimes. What are you going to do?
Right. So that's it. That's all you got. The ball doesn't go down sometimes.
Do you think I watched this game, Barnes?
But that's not the point.
I think it's the point right now.
It's a playoff. It's a justification.
yeah.
It's nothing, dude. Okay, the Jazz are totally fine, bro. They're still good. Okay, it's still a blimp on the radar. Come on.
But in your eyes, the Jazz are. I mean, I know obviously they lost, but you still think the Jazz
Barnes. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know what's going to happen to them? If Donovan's going to fade. Just
Oh,
like
yeah.
all of them. He's never going to win.
Yep.
He needs to get out of there. Dude.
Shaq made the call.
Oh,
But I'm curious what you think. In my eyes, I think these teams are pretty close as far as quality.
dude,
What do
know
you
why-
think?
You know why I like the Grizz better?
Mhm.
Because they're youthful and they have
Yes.
multiple youthful pieces.
Room
Like,
to grow.
dude.
Jackson.
People forget Jackson can come if he comes into his own. His jump shot, dude, almost as ugly as Sean Marion's.
Is he an all-star potentially? Yeah.
Easily, he's got like a 44-inch vert as a power forward. He's long. He doesn't seem like ego. That team is ran by.
He
Ja.
really reminds you of Marion?
No, I'm saying his jump shot is as ugly.
Oh, dude, I miss Marion.
I know.
Where is he?
Dude, he's probably coaching some high school team.
But yeah, I mean, and then he had the game-winning 3-pointer with 6.7 left, and they had to come back in this one, trailed by 6 at half, and this was despite Gobert, a guy that we've given a lot of heat to the last couple of years, had 23, 13, and 5 blocks, but just wasn't enough despite Bogdanovich having 24, 7, 11 from 3, but not a crazy game for Mitchell, and it's a loss, but they are 11-6, so a lot of season left. But I do think things are pointing up for the Grizzlies, and I think the Jazz, might have a thing or two to work on, but only time will tell. Moving along though, game of the night, despite possibly missing a couple key players here, we have the 9-9 Los Angeles Lakers at the 9-8 New York Knicks, who are now, according to Las Vegas, 6.5-point favorites after opening up at 3.5. And I think a big part of this is Anthony Davis has been downgraded to questionable with the flu.
Wow.
So Vegas is moving the line 3. I mean, does that basically mean AD's out? I mean, or does he want to go Jordan flu game and he's just like messing with everyone?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I feel like. I mean, would Vegas know before the public?
Always.
Always?
Right? Because, they need their cut, Tony. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they're always one step ahead of everything.
Then I guess they must know.
I just want to see Davis in because I just feel like it'll be like this will be a really close game. I think even with LeBron out.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, I think it's going to be a real good game. You know, they're in the Gardens, Lakers, Knicks, dude. LeBron definitely not playing.
Yes,
no
appeal. I couldn't believe it. I don't know if you can't appeal something like that. I have no idea.
Maybe. I mean, I think you really shouldn't be able to appeal that, dude.
You get so riled.
I'm just saying, or maybe LeBron knows he was in the wrong. He's not even going to appeal. He's going to take the one game. Maybe again, he's on this fucking thing where it's all like, let the Lakers play without me, see how they lose without me. Okay, dude. Maybe he even told AD, be like, yo, dude, say you're sick, bro. Sit out. Okay, then they're going to want us, bro. This fucking ego-driven bullshit mind games. LeBron wants to play, whatever, dude. Okay. I think it only hurts the team. LeBron's a team player. Thanks to win this one. I'd say 120, 102, bro.
This Davis
fourth quarter on fire from the Knicks, dude. Randall, 42 points, bro. Let's go. Kemba Walker off the bench finally does something off the bench, whatever.
But does he play or no?
Kemba Walker?
Davis.
Oh, Davis? No. I don't think so, dude. Dude, Vegas.
Hard to argue with Vegas.
Hard to argue with them, dude.
Michael, what's your synopsis here? I know I said that wrong, but
just want to
go with
say,
it.
I think you said it right.
With LeBron, with AD, it would have been a 30-point blowout. You're going to see Knox come into this game, and honestly, I don't know. This is going to be the beginning of his journey as a Knick and his greatness, and a winning streak will be born. And you remember Linsanity, Barnes?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh,
remember how electric that was?
That was pretty crazy, dude.
You remember that, Tony? Where were you, Tony?
Junior in college.
I wasn't in college. Oh no, I wasn't. I was in high school. When
how was that for you?
It was pretty good, dude. I actually just recently, at the time, got into sports betting. At the time, I was following the Knicks, so I bet Linsanity hard, bro. I actually made quite a bit of money on him.
Really?
Yeah, it was great, dude.
Who do you blame for the downfall of Linsanity?
I don't know, dude. I mean, I think it was a matter of just, he kind of came in. No one knew who he was. No one was watching tape on him.
Carmelo was tight.
Carmelo was tight,
Carmelo
dude.
was beyond tight.
Melo's ego.
Dude, he was like gross, honestly,
know.
bro. Just like ripping shots, totally contested. Like,
yeah.
fucking
how about that game winner?
Freaking out that no one was like, what?
The game-winning shot against the Raptors, Michael. I know you remember that one. No.
Game
winner against the Raptors, Lynn, when he hit the game-winning three-pointer.
Oh,
that was the pinnacle.
Pinnacle.
Do you remember that one?
I can't say.
Just
I
dribbled up to the three-point line.
Yeah, top of the key.
Right.
Yo, it was so.
At the buzzer.
No, my favorite was the game against the Lakers.
Yeah,
in the Garden.
And then Kobe said,
Fisher.
"This is real."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Kobe said it.
I do remember that one.
But he did. I think it was a meniscus tear.
Mhm.
Came back. D'Antoni was kind of tight too, even though
Tony was trash. He is. He always will be.
Yeah,
with coaching, like he's never gonna win the big one unless it's with. And he's not with the Nets anymore. Actually, never mind. Take that back.
No, because I guess he just likes being head honcho, as they like to say. But just backtracking here for a second. So you were saying it's going to be a 30-point blowout, Michael?
Yeah, and Knox is gonna have a big game, 20 points.
Wow,
I'm manifesting it.
So I'm gonna manifest that AD has his flu game, and he goes for 40 and 20, and the Lakers win 112 to 110, and we get Talen Horton-Tucker, the game-winning 15-footer at the buzzer. Tony,
you like that? I don't think it's gonna happen.
I just don't get why it's so quiet.
I don't know.
It's just
Mike's
like-
doing something over there, dude.
Linsanity downfall was leaving the coach D'Antoni's system. Oh, like leaving his system.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
The boss knows her basketball, huh?
And I believe, he signed a deal with the Houston Rockets.
Rockets, right.
And it just did not work out there. But he did end up winning a few years ago, title with the Raptors as like a 11th guy. And he was on the Nets. He's played overseas. So, I mean, successful career. It's just like, I hate thinking about it as it's one of those situations where the career was okay, but if he had gotten more of an opportunity, then it would have been
100%.
so much better. And that it's just a waste. Really.
Yeah, I think so. And maybe barring an injury as well, it's probably a pretty big setback for him.
Yeah. And the fact that, going into college, he wasn't recruited at all, had to play in the Ivy League. I think
Harvard.
Right?
Yeah, dude.
So
living on his boy's couch.
Yeah, imagine though if
brothers.
he had went somewhere, where there was more notoriety and
notoriety.
I know I did it again, Tony.
Yeah, no. I mean, no, but you're totally right.
I think I
go
need another
into a better
espresso.
system.
He's doing it to himself.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
think?
You're out of it.
Yeah,
Wow.
You're out of your
self-sabotage
own
right there.
misery.
Tony wasn't gonna come after you there, and I'm distracted too.
Wow. Late lunch? Early lunch?
I would say early lunch. Michael pretty much force-fed me a sandwich, although it was delicious.
Homemade from his kitchen?
Yeah, that's correct, dude.
What was on it?
Dude, some Bulgarian meat is what he tells me. It's feta cheese.
Yeah, it's like a salami and then some
feta cheese
and turkey,
and it was delicious.
with hot sauce, Trader Joe's hot
Some
sauce,
spices,
and,
dude. Some type
vegan
of
mayo.
mixture, dude. Vegan
Veggie mayo.
mayonnaise.
Veggie mayo.
Wow, that sounds good. Are you running back the leftovers again tonight?
Oh yeah, dude. I have enchiladas in the fridge with some black beans. Probably eat that.
Wow.
Maybe I'll hit up a couple meatballs that are left over, and then some cheesecake,
Cheesecake.
dude.
I'm
I have a lot of food I
starving.
gotta eat by fucking tomorrow. So.
Yeah,
I'm
but
starving.
you just and then the next morning it's all off at the gym, the sauna.
Oh yeah, dude.
What was the workout today?
We did chest and tries today. 15-minute stretch afterwards. 20-minute sauna after that, dude.
What's like how many different exercises do you do for each one? Like
It depends how much time we have and stuff. Yeah, I think we did
Today we did
flat
it.
bench, incline bench, cable flies, and then
cable flies. Dude. I feel like that you really feel it the
oh, I
most.
love it,
Max.
dude. When it's like yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously we superset all those with some type of tricep exercise.
Do you do the up and the down, or just down?
No, just the up actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's been quite some time since I've had my regular weightlifting routine, but getting there soon.
That's what it's all about. Baby steps, dude.
Yeah.
Something is better than nothing, dude.
Something is better than nothing. Great sauna sesh after the show
dude,
last
love
night.
The sauna. You just sit there and you fucking sweat in the heat, and it's just a good time.
What do you think max before you just might pass out would be? And it's hot as the edge sauna gets. How long do you think you'd go?
I think I can bang out an hour, honestly.
Really? But then
Yeah.
you'd be kind of panting a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, dude.
Yeah. What about you, Michael? You think you'd go hour?
I think so too.
Yeah, 20 minutes is easy now, dude. I can easily double that.
Yeah. I
Easily.
swear, because I used to be timer for 10, done, and now I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But
Feels so good afterwards.
looking
Love the
forward
sauna,
to
dude.
going later, honestly. Running it back
Let's
tonight.
go, dude.
Maybe some chicken and broccoli rabe for dinner.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
Grilled chicken?
In the air fryer.
Air fryer, dude.
Lime
You have a grill
powder.
at your place?
No grill.
No grill. No balcony you can grill on?
Balcony, but you're not.
You're not allowed to have barbecue,
It's like
dude.
Can't everybody be responsible if they light a place
I
on
know.
fire? It's their fault.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be that simple.
But apartment building affects everyone else,
But
dude.
it's always about everyone
I
else.
know, it's bullshit. Dude. What about barns? Okay, you're not saying barns, dude. That's definitely one thing I miss about living in an apartment now is the backyard grilling, especially in the winter, dude.
Oh,
Grilling in the winter is just
the
fucking
flavor.
dope, dude. Yeah,
Have a beer.
right outside.
Yeah.
You got shorts on, a flannel jacket, bro. Maybe a winter hat, and it's just fucking dude. And it's quick on the grill, bro. Grilled
Yeah.
chicken is so good.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
So back to basketball here. One other game. So that one's 7:30 on TNT. So hoping AD gives it a go. Another game where we have a star that is iffy. We have the 9-8 Denver Nuggets at the 9-8 Portland Trailblazers, who come in 5.5-point favorites. So this one, 10 o'clock on TNT. And I will look for an update here. But when I looked this morning, Jokic was questionable with a wrist injury.
Mhm.
So I'm just curious if there's anything further on that, but it looks like there isn't. But I don't know. I'm kind of expecting him to play. So
Right.
let's assume, he is going to play. And obviously, both teams being one game over 500, it's been a lot of back and forth this season. I think, as far as ability, especially with Michael Porter, I think out for the season at this point. The teams are very comparable, but of course, Denver is very Jokic centric. Without Jamal Murray,
Right.
Trailblazers play well at home, 8-1. How about this? 8-1 at home, and then 1-7 on the road for the Portland Trailblazers this year. Talk about Rip City.
Home court advantage. Pretty real, dude.
But I mean, is it just chalk? Is it just that simple, or is it too easy, like picking against the Arizona Coyotes?
I think it's too easy.
So,
Nah, honestly, dude, I think the Trailblazers have this one tonight. Look at the Nuggets. I think the last time they played Portland, Dame was out,
I believe so.
and I think they won 125 or 124 to 95, and obviously, I think Dame was a big factor in that. If Dame's on the court scoring 30 points, totally different game right there.
Right.
Which I think he would be tonight, being that he is playing. And again, look at the Nuggets. The last 5 games they've lost. They're on a 4-game losing streak. They lost to the Red Hot Suns. They lost to the Bulls, the 76ers, and the Mavericks. Not really scoring a shit ton in those games, for lack of a better term. And again, Trailblazers are hot. They're on a 3-game winning streak, winning 4 of their last 5. I gotta go Trailblazers at home here, dude. You gotta, right? You want to score, Barnes?
Yeah.
127 to 122.
And do we finally see Dame heat up from beyond the arc?
I think we do, dude.
6 3-pointers?
Let's go 6 for 9.
6 for 9.
Yeah.
So the Trailblazers convincingly here. Michael, do you attest?
Yeah. And Dame's going to have 69 points.
That's crazy talk.
I honestly, has anybody ever scored 69 points? I don't remember, honestly.
I got the dot.
Yeah. Might be a scoreagami. No? The NFL,
dude.
Oh my God, I really have to do that. All right. Anyway.
Barnes getting impatient here. I think he's a little hungry.
No, I actually had a regular lunch today. Little pub.
No
Stratford.
fucking way, dude. There's a little pub in Stratford?
Yes, where Marnix used to be.
I don't know where
right
that
in
is.
the water.
I don't know what
On the
Marnix
water.
is.
Lordship. So you got to go, like
By the
where
airport.
Dutchess is.
Yeah. Okay.
You know where the
I know
airport
where the
is?
airport is, yeah.
Right, literally right there.
Right there?
Right on the beach.
No fucking way, dude. Would you get that fucking Buffalo Crunch chicken wrap
No,
thingy?
but that thing is so good.
So good.
I wanted to,
dude.
go a little more organic. So I had the Santorini wrap. Grilled chicken, chickpeas, hummus.
Chickpeas and hummus?
Yes.
Wow.
And then instead of the fries, the side salad with balsamic. Outstanding. But a little bit of a rebuff. Just take a guess. How much for that? Just a wrap and a salad instead of fries.
$35.
I mean, geez, what is this, Las Vegas? I mean, no.
I don't know, 22.
17.
Oh, then what are we talking about? $17?
I mean, a wrap and a tiny side salad. I mean,
A
the wrap
tiny
isn't-
side salad?
The wrap isn't massive, dude.
Yeah, but come on, dude.
All right.
$13, little pub.
No, it's good though. That's why.
Yeah, it is really good. It's
I know,
totally worth
I
it, dude. Do you have a
but it's
beer?
just-
Do you have a beer?
No, it was in the middle of the day, Tony. I'm gonna go on a sales call with having a beer. I mean, come on.
Yeah, don't you want to know people? Like, tell people that you're
Have
cool.
a beer.
you know?
Have a beer. No.
Come to LA Barnaby. Have a good time.
So you're a big Little Pub
with
guy,
your. Yeah, I do enjoy Little Pub. I go to the one in Fairfield a lot.
Been there a few times.
That is the fucking place, dude. The burgers, the wrap, dude. They pour good Guinness there.
Mhm. Nice
But-
bar scene.
Nice bar scene, dude. A little bit too much of a low lighting situation for me, but I
Yep,
deal with it.
Yep. One in Walton is pretty good too.
Wow, they have them all over the place now.
Yeah,
huh?
right next to down the street from LA Fitness on Route 7.
Right
So-
where you want it, dude.
Blow it all back, right? But for once, I'm guilty of getting off task here. But
For once.
I'm gonna say that Jokic gives it a go. Dame back to his struggling ways. 2 for 15 from 3-point range, and it's Nuggets 110, Blazers 98. Jokic through the wrist injury, 40, 20, and 10. Big win.
Final score?
No, I just said, but I actually already forgot what I just said. So
Yeah, sorry.
Well, if you guys want final score, go back, look at it. But I think I said 112-98.
Okay.
So there we go. Thought about it for a second.
Thought about it. Got it. Came back. Lost it.
So we'll see what happens, but let's go Lakers tonight. Moving along here, though, our favorite topic, the National Hockey League. And we're talking pre-show about how all of our picks, we ended up basically having a complete draw, 3-3 between me, you, and Matt. So running them down quickly. Blue Jackets 7, Sabres 4, and was that Matt's pick?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, yeah, because Sabres back to back, struggling. So that one didn't really surprise me. Other than 7's a big number, but it was like 5-4 after 2 periods, and then they tacked on 2 late to really give them a cushion. So, but I just think the Blue Jackets are in another league compared to the Sabres. I don't think the Sabres are going to sniff the playoffs this year. Especially after, they were counting on, was it Eichel they were going to get back that they traded?
Yeah, Jack Eichel, yeah.
But now he's in Las Vegas. Speaking of Las Vegas, they fall 5-2 to the Blues. I feel like you were a little surprised at that one.
Yeah, dude. Vegas was definitely one of my picks. Last night I thought, they've been kind of, getting some momentum in terms of, stringing together a few wins. The Blues were kind of struggling a little bit. They've been a little inconsistent this season. I kind of thought Vegas, who were kind of looking like they were getting it together, would have been able to beat the Blues at home last night, but that did not happen, dude. You had some goals by some pretty big names: Ryan O'Reilly, Tyler Bozak, Justin Falk got his 100th career goal on a breakaway last night. And then to boot, Brendan Saad as well, former Chicago Blackhawk. Scored on the power play, and then those are just the goal scorers. You had tremendous playmakers like David Perron, Colton Parayko, Vladimir Tarasenko as well. St. Louis Blues are pretty stacked, but they've just been kind of inconsistent, which is why I went with the Knights. So I guess it doesn't surprise me terribly, but although it's a little sad that I lost my pick, but it is what it is, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple questions for you here, quick. First one, as far as 100 career goals, compare it to Major League Baseball. How many home runs is 100 goals?
Well, it depends, I guess, on how relatively, good you are, I guess. But when you think about it, a good season for a player is like a 30-goal season.
Okay, so really it's only like hitting like 300 home runs, if that.
Yeah, pretty much.
250.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's nothing crazy, but nice career achievement.
Oh yeah, for sure. And Justin Falk is a defenseman as well. So it's like,
how long in the league is he? Been a while, or?
Yeah, dude, maybe since like 2009.
Okay, so yeah, it's not like he's having 40-goal seasons or anything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And then question number 2 here. No, it's early, but push comes to shove. Who do you feel, and take Eichel out of it, but just the way the teams are constructed right now, who's better? Do you think they're very close, or do you give the edge to the Blues?
I would give my edge to the Blues. Just in terms of when it comes to playoff experience, they have way more than what the Sabres have to offer.
Okay. And is Eichel, is it going to be this season, or
they're hoping that if the surgery goes well and rehab goes well, they'll have him back in time for the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously that would be a big boost.
Dude.
Look to get back to the Stanley Cup finals. And then one other question here before we quickly run down the rest of the games from last night. In your estimation, because I'm learning on the job here, my first real focus on a hockey season, when do you really get a good feel before the playoffs? Like, what point in the season do you know, like, these are the teams that are going to be in contention for the Stanley Cup?
In contention. It's kind of tough, dude. Obviously, long season, anything really could happen. I feel like it's always a pretty tight race in terms of playoff contentions, especially when you get to the wild cards and stuff like that. I don't know, dude. I would say early spring.
Okay, so we still got a ways. Like the Blues could end up being 10 under by that point.
Oh yeah,
you never know. Injuries, this and that. So really enjoying it though. I have to say, it's exciting. It's new.
Right.
It's organic.
I'm glad you do enjoy it, dude. Yeah. It's such a fun sport to watch.
I was cracking up to myself thinking about how basically a year ago, like you would be talking about hockey, and me and Matt would be up there like, Oh, really? I remember you were ripping on
Yeah.
me because I called the Coyotes the Phoenix Coyotes. You're like, yeah, it's been about 10 years since they switched that. Do you kind of remember that?
Yeah, I do actually. I do very much remember doing my hockey recaps, and you guys just like on the phone.
So quickly, the rest of the games here. Predators 3-2 over the Ducks. I was surprised about that one. It really was a close game. I mean, it just they kind of couldn't. They fell behind, tied it, and then just kind of couldn't really get out in front. So I mean, a little surprised, but or do you think the Predators kind of even keel with the Ducks?
Yeah, I guess. Honestly, with the way the Ducks have been playing recently, I would think the Ducks would have won last night. You had a phenomenal individual effort by Trennan, who scored that last goal in the third period, to kind of put them up one. And that's again, I mean, that's just that kind of happens in hockey. It did really look like it was going to go into overtime. With the way they were playing, kind of back and forth, turnover after turnover from each team, scoring chances on both sides. But in the end, the puck just kind of fell the Predators' way.
Yeah. So one pick, though, I did get right. We had the Pittsburgh Penguins 3, the Winnipeg Jets 1. And I was just a little surprised here that, the Jets at home they only score one goal. Actually in the first period, and then kind of go scoreless the rest of the way. And then just that for the Penguins, I mean, it wasn't the usual suspects scoring the goals. Crosby didn't even have an assist. And I don't really see anything here. Letang didn't do anything either. I mean, you just had Heinen, Gutensel, is it? Gutsnell. And Zucker. I mean, those aren't their usual goal scorers, really, right? I mean, when you're thinking Penguins at this point?
No, certainly not. I mean, those goal scorers are on the third and fourth lines, which, I mean, again, if it's not the usual suspects, but, I mean, if your fourth line is producing offense like that, I mean, that's phenomenal, dude.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to roll with that. And, of course, I mean, when you have an off night from Crosby, from Letang, you got to assume that's not always going to happen. So it's, yeah, dude.
You think they're a serious contender?
Yeah, I mean, they always are, dude. I mean, I would want to point out that their goalie so far this season, Tristan Jarry, has been pretty decent. He has an 8-4 record, averaging 2 goals against him with a .930 save percentage, 2 shutouts already on the season. He's been actually really good for them, which is definitely helpful because they had Marc-Andre Fleury for a while, then went to Vegas, and then they kind of struggled a little bit with goaltending, but to kind of have that type of defense between the pipes is great. And I think they will be contending because they obviously have the offensive capabilities.
Yeah. And Michael, if you could cue the breaking news. This just in, courtesy of Field Yates. Mike White has been placed on the COVID-19 list for the New York Jets, and Zach Wilson will get the start.
Let's go, baby!
Against the Houston Texans. So the savior is back. Michael, I know you're pumped.
Barnes, he's going to make, as they used to say, a believer out of you.
I can't wait to see it, honestly. And I mean, I hope they can get Elijah Moore the ball. That's all I have to say, but just wanted to get that in there, and I'm excited to see it. So hopefully good things to talk about as we get into the weekend. But back to the hockey, last 2 games, Avalanche 7, Senators 5. We all expected the Avalanche to win, but I did not expect Ottawa, off this COVID break to score 5 goals. I mean, you must have been kind of shocked by that or no?
Yeah, definitely, dude. I mean, again, we talked about it yesterday. Senators probably didn't play for well over a week.
Yeah,
with this kind of breakout of COVID they had between the team and their staff. And honestly, they really didn't have a ton of shots on goal. They only had 21 shots on goal. They didn't generate a lot of offense, but they picked their shots right. And they waited for the perfect time to shoot. And because of that, they scored, had a couple opportunities on the power play. Power penalties all over the place. Ottawa had 10 minutes of penalties, Colorado had 8. So there was a ton of advantage goals, power play goals, and stuff like that. So,
any thoughts on Zach Sanford with the hat trick?
3 goals. I mean, dude. I mean, you gotta love that. Obviously, a hat trick is always good. Zach Sanford, excuse me, he's got to be like 26, 27, relatively young guy. I think he was a second rounder drafted by Washington.
Okay.
And to be there, I think he played with St. Louis for a little while too. And to be with Ottawa. Ottawa has a lot of young players, and so far in this season, I think he only had 2 goals, I think, leading up to last night's game. So, obviously it's a good kind of offensive explosion from him. Hopefully we can kind of see, more like that from him. I mean, he's a phenomenal goal scorer. He's the type of guy that, playmakers are going to be looking for. He's out there on the left wing, incredibly quick. He can blow past the defense. So that's exactly what he did last night.
Thoughts on the hero for the San Jose Sharks last night in the 2-1 overtime victory over the Carolina Hurricanes in Alexander Barbanov? Were you riled to see that for Barbanov?
Yeah, dude. Who did you pick this? Did you pick the Hurricanes or did
No, Matthew,
dude?
Can't blame him though. They were 14-2 going into the game. First overtime loss of the season.
Right. No, of course. You really can't blame him. Antti Ranta was in goal for Carolina, former New York Ranger under Henrik Lundqvist. But yeah, Barbanov, I mean, it's a great overtime winner, 3-on-3, always very exciting. Again, 3-on-3, you got to take it with a grain of salt a little bit, because obviously 3-on-3 isn't exactly traditional hockey. But yeah, I mean, you got to love to see it, dude.
And it's funny too, because going in, I specifically didn't pick that game because I was just like, the Hurricanes have just won almost every game. It's like, it just seems sketchy. Like, it's like they're due to have a bad night.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel that's more of you're just not on every night, or do you think it's possible that they overlook the Sharks a little bit?
I don't know if it's a matter of overlooking them.
They're not the Utah Jazz.
They're not the Utah Jazz. I mean, obviously, a lot of Sharks are a pretty good defensive team. They held Carolina 23 shots. Their defense plays incredibly physical. I think they had over 30 hits. Really kind of grinds down a team, and you're just gonna have days like that. Sometimes in hockey, it just happens.
Yes. All right. So short slate tonight. We do have 3 games, and for your viewing pleasure, Tony, we do have one on Hulu.
Yeah,
Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars.
Dude.
So definitely check that one out. Excited to see if Draisaitl will do anything because he has been all season. 18 goals, 17 assists. So you think? I mean, it's only 3. I guess just pick all 3. Do you think that's the way to go here?
Might as well. Well, do you want to go one game head to head, dude?
Yeah. Which game do you want?
How do you think about Flyers Lightning?
How do we determine who picks first?
I mean, do you want the Lightning?
I mean, it feels like, cheap, but yeah. If you're good with the Flyers, I mean, you're getting some juice there, Tony. I mean, Lightning are minus 170.
Yeah, I know, dude. But I don't know. I have a feeling, dude. I think the Flyers are going to take this one from the Lightning. I just think the Lightning are kind of due for a loss. They got banged up a little bit by the Devils, actually, a few days ago. They had 5 goals scored on them from the Devils. And other than that,
That's right.
last time they played the Flyers, very close game. They beat them 4-3. And I really think that game could have went either way.
5-3 Devils, by the way.
5-3 Devils. Yeah. I'm saying they beat the Flyers last time they played.
No, I was just like saying.
Just
looking
saying.
Up the score. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off there.
I just think the Flyers. I think Claude Giroux's going to go off, dude. I think they still have Kevin Hayes out right now. Tyson Forster as well.
Forster and Hayes out.
Yeah. So I'm going to lean on Claude Giroux tonight. I think Hart is going to be a brick wall between the pipes. I think the defense is going to have a little bit of a hard time, containing Giroux. And yeah, dude. I just have a feeling, dude.
And I feel really good about the Lightning because I think we've seen over the past 5 years or so, and Stanley Cups,
back-to-back Stanley Cups, and just the fact that at home they're just dominant. I mean, this year 5-3-2, so I mean you're really 5-5. So that's just 500. So I feel like that really plays in well to my feelings in terms of law of averages. They're doing really
clean up at home, and I just think it's going to be the Stamkos in the Hedman show, honestly. And it
You
just
think so?
are you impressed that the advanced stage in his career, Stamkos still plays at such a high level?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the guy does a phenomenal job in terms of his skating ability. I mean, he avoids getting hit a lot, which is why he's been able to stay healthy. And to boot, Barnes, he has.
Wow, it's been months, Tony.
He has one hell of a slap shot, dude.
Show.
What?
I said he also slipped one in earlier in the show.
Yeah, really? But yeah, I think Stamkos has one hell of a slap shot. I think at one point it was the hardest slap shot in the NHL. And I think he can get, a few past Hart, but I think between Giroux, Couturier, Brassard, Cam Atkinson, I think the Flyers do have a really explosive offense. And then, when you look at their defense, Justin Braun, I think he was with St. Louis when they won the Cup. Keith Yandel from a Ranger, great defenseman. Ryan Ellis, he was with St. Louis as well when they won the Cup. He played with the Predators as well for a little while. I think they're gonna have a tough time against Philly.
All right,
just got it.
Looking forward to that one,
dude. They're gonna be happy. They're in Tampa Bay, dude.
7 o'clock, ESPN
Nice
Plus.
weather,
and it just made me think: how fun would it be if we were at that game tonight?
Oh my god, I would
Tampa.
love, dude, in Tampa.
Go to the
Philly,
Hard Rock,
dude. Oh yes, bro.
I can't wait
Couple
to
special
go to a game.
martinis. Oh,
Oh,
no,
man.
dude. Really, garden.
I mean, is it always a very I don't know what the right adjective, but is it just, can you tell when you're at a hockey game versus any other sport, it's just like a different environment as far as like the type of fan that's there?
Yeah, I would think so. To be honest, dude, like I've been to Ranger games in Philly, like full on Ranger gear, rooting for the Rangers, and like although like you'll have some shit talk, whatever, dude, like everyone is still there for the game. So like I really have never had like a negative.
It's not like a Red Sox Yankee,
Right, where like
type
people
deal.
were just fucking throwing shit at you. Like people will be, like I said, shit talking you and whoever's scoring, whatever. But then they're also talking to you about like different players and teams around the league
And your
stuff.
life
So
and stuff and what's going on.
yeah, obviously, you get to everyone's drinking, having a good time, everyone's loose, and to boot, Brian. I mean, just going to the atmosphere, just in terms of a hockey game, it's fast, it's high octane, it's just a good time.
Yeah, so definitely looking forward to that. Game number 2 here, 8:30, ESPN Plus. Edmonton Oilers travel to Dallas to take on the Stars, and pretty much right now, odds are pretty even. Last I checked, I think Edmonton and Dallas both are about minus 115, minus 110. So, and being that you gave me first selection last game, I'd like to hear your pick for this one.
I mean, you got to go Edmonton, honestly, tonight, dude. I would say, honestly, the biggest key for their victory is to stay off the penalty kill. Dallas does has a good power play unit with Heiskanen and Jamie Benn. I think Benn has 3 power play goals. Heiskanen assisting on all 3 of them. He has 4 power play assists himself. So they have a really good, like I said, power play kind of team out there. But I mean, as long as they stay out of the box, dude, I mean, I think the Oilers are more than capable of beating Dallas. I mean, again, Draisaitl has 35 points right now in the season. And of course, you got McDavid. He has 20 assists. He's a phenomenal playmaker. You've seen some of the ridiculous goals he's had this season. I mean, human highlight reel. He did it again, like the same exact play, I think last week. I forget against who.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah, he
David?
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, any chance, maybe in the future he heads to New York, or you think he likes being in his home country?
I mean, you never know, dude, because, you think about the famous Oilers who have made their way to the Rangers in past years, Gretzky, Messier. There's definitely more, too. I think there was 7 ex-Oilers on that Stanley Cup winning Ranger team.
Right.
So, it could happen, dude. I mean, maybe if the mood strikes him and the time is right that they kind of get him. I mean, I don't think it'll be for quite some time, but I guess anything is possible. But I mean,
could you imagine package deal, Draisaitl and McDavid teaming up with Fox and Panarin? I would feel Kreider will probably be retired at that point, but I mean, what a team that would be. Dynasty.
Dude, they would have to be like both free agents, and they get everything in the bank for that, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy package deal.
Yeah. So, but like you're saying, I mean, Edmonton is so impressive. They've won 3 out of 4. So I think it's Draisaitl and McDavid, 2 goals and 2 assists each in a 7-2 shellacking in Dallas. So I hope Jerry doesn't decide to go to this game. Last game of the night, we have the 6-10 Chicago Blackhawks traveling to Calgary, taking on the Flames here. Flames team that's definitely got off to a pretty good start this season, 11-3-5. And they're laying the wood at minus 230 here. What are your thoughts going into this one?
Both teams are hot right now, winning 4 of the last 5 games. Blackhawks only lost in the past 5 games were to Edmonton. Granted, I mean, they've beaten the Kraken, they've beaten Coyotes.
Pittsburgh, who's been scuffling.
Vancouver only 1-0 game, so it's like, and even they haven't been like phenomenal. But anyway, dude, just, looking at the 2 teams here, I mean, the Blackhawks give up a lot of goals per game. They average like 3.2 goals against.
Fleury.
Right. Fleury.
9-11 save percentage.
I mean, he's been shining as of late.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you think of Calgary and their defensive capabilities, only giving up just under 2 goals a game, it's going to put a lot more pressure on Fleury. I think he's going to crumble a little bit. And when you think of their offensive capabilities, I mean, Jonathan Gaudreau, he's just been another human highlight, really. He has 22 points this season, 8 goals, some of them being very impressive, like splitting defenders, like over the blocker of the goalie, dude. Really impressive stuff. He has a phenomenal touch. And then he also has 14 assists. So he's a playmaker. He gets past the defense, and he's kind of looking for those players behind him that kind of give him the opportunity to score. So although Patty Kane is good, dude, I gotta go Calgary, dude. You gotta do.
I'm actually going to go devil's advocate here. I like
go,
the way
dude.
Chicago, after a terrible start and all this stuff about the previous Stanley Cup team and their old head coach and all that. But it seems like they've really let that go. While I don't, I know Fleury's been playing well of recent, but I do feel like he's getting up there, which is a little concerning. But I like the way Kane's playing recently. And distributing, which is important, getting your teammates involved. So I just think this is one of those where, 230 favorite, Calgary at home, 7-2 type of situation. And this is when the Blackhawks win 5-2, the hat trick from one, the only, Patty Kane.
I don't know, dude. We'll see. I will have to mention one more thing before we move on from this game. In the last 5 games, the Flames have had 3 shutouts. 3 shutouts.
So doesn't that mean they're going to give up 5 goals tonight?
No, it does not mean that, dude. I think they're going to be ironclad.
Wow. Well, have to say, impressive stuff. And we got to give Connor credit. Did that with the Sharks last night over the Hurricanes.
He had some good picks last night, dude.
Yeah. 5-1. 5-1.
5-1. 5-1.
And I believe
5-1.
He's going to join us, if I'm not mistaken, Michael.
So
we'll give it a sec.
But a hot second, dude.
But hockey is really churning along, Tony.
Dude, I'm really honestly impressed with your interest in the sport.
Yeah, I'm fired up,
excited, dude. Yeah,
when I'm fired up, I'm fired up. I mean, there's no 2 ways about it.
And it just makes the hockey segment that much better, dude.
Yeah, some energy, some pizzazz. You gonna watch the Edmonton Dallas game tonight?
I might as well, dude. Hulu?
Yeah, Hulu.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Solo, you're with us.
Sports.
Yeah, dude.
Solo.
How's it going?
Yo, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
Good, man. 5 more night in NHL, so I'm feeling good.
Gotta love it, dude.
I apologize for going against you last night. I have to say,
Dude, that's all right. You're not going against me. You're going against the staff.
Well, give us some stats for tonight. I'm excited to hear.
I'll just list my picks and then just give you reasonings after.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yep.
Which do you guys want first?
I
we'll
mean, I guess,
with hockey,
we're
right?
We're talking hockey. Might as well go with that.
Do
Yeah.
hockey because you guys are just talking that. All right. Give me over 5.5. I have it minus 102 and Flyers Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
I have Tampa to win in not regulation, just to win, minus 167.
Never goes just
Under
regulation.
6 goals in Dallas, Edmonton. over 5.5 in Chicago, Calgary. Both teams are hot, like Michael said.
No shout out, Tony.
I'm
Thanks
taking
for that.
plus 1.5 with the Blackhawks at minus 132.
Love it.
I'm
Plus
taking
1.5.
over 208 and Pistons Heat. This is NBA now.
Yeah.
I'm taking over 214 and Knicks Lakers. This is just a quick reasoning. I just expect Melo back in New York. Like, I feel like the Lakers are just going to want to shoot the ball a shit ton. No defense will be played. I have Julius Randle to score 30 plus at plus 300. The Lakers have given up a 30 plus score to an opposing team in 5 straight games. I think it's either him or Quickly. Give me the Knicks money line. I'm not messing with the spreads. Nuggets plus 6.5. Over 214 in that game. And then nightcap, give me the Clippers money line and under 210.5.
Love it. Luka's still out, right?
He's game time decision with an ankle. Even if he plays, I think he'll be limited.
Have you heard any updates on Davis with the flu? Is he gonna go or?
Yeah, he's just sick. It's non-COVID illness. I don't know. I mean, New York, like the bright lights, like you feel like if someone's sick, they'd probably take that game off, or at least like, I don't know, take the second quarter off. Like I feel like he'll at least play limited minutes. Because when you have the flu, I'd at least imagine you have like trouble breathing, right? Like when you're running up and down the court, like something's got to be up with this. Like I don't expect him to play well, honestly.
Yeah, and I have to say we completely forgot about Melo coming home to the Garden. I mean, jeez. I mean,
Yeah,
do you know what his over/under points are today?
I don't know. I heard a book. Some books just don't have it up. Because
Wow, they're nervous.
Yeah, but do you guys want reasonings real quick?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right. Total's gone over in 10 of Philadelphia's last 12 games playing the Lightning. The total's gone over in 5 of Philly's last 6 games playing on the road in Tampa. And then in the last 9 times Tampa's played Philly, they've won 8 times. That's Tampa Bay. The total's gone under in 5 of the last 6 times Dallas has played Edmonton. Chicago Blackhawks are 5-0 ATS in their last 5 games playing the Flames. The total's gone over in 5 of the last 5 on the road in Calgary for Chicago. And for NBA, the total's gone over 5 of the last 6. Miami's played Detroit. New York is 5-1 ATS in its last 6 against the Lakers. But remember, I said I'd playing it safe and taking money line. I think the 6.5 is a trap. And then I'm taking over because over has hit 4 of the last 5 the Lakers have played in the Garden. Taking the over in Denver. Portland's gone 7 of its last 8 when Denver plays Portland. Denver's 5-1 ATS in its last 6 playing Portland, and they're getting like 20% of the ticket count. And the Clippers are 7-1 straight up in its last 8 at home, 5-1 ATS in its last 6 against Dallas, and the total's gone under in 4 of the last 5 these two teams have played.
All right. Any college basketball?
Yeah, I like UCLA win the point playing Gonzaga.
Dickie V on the call for that one, I think.
I'm taking that. Give me George Mason plus 3.5 against Nevada. Nevada's like 1-4 right now. Don't know how they're favored against anyone. Yeah, like I said, even I'd sprinkle UCLA money line. I think it's going to be close.
That would be sick. Money line, you have to be getting pretty good odds, I would think.
It's plus. I'm seeing plus 244.
Plus 244. Wow.
Give me Oregon money line against St. Mary's.
Oregon.
And I'll take Providence money line against UVA.
How about Providence? 5-0, beat Northwestern last night.
Yeah, Providence. Give me that money line. Don't take the spread. And I don't know. I'm looking. The Maui games are on, right? This should be out here. Have those already happened?
Yeah. Well, Oregon is part of that.
Yeah. I'm staying away from that Notre Dame. Who did they play?
Geez. Oh, yeah, Chaminade. Yeah. They beat North Carolina a couple years ago. I'll never forget that. 20.5 is the spread.
That's crazy. if I don't talk to you guys before Thursday, can I give you a quick NFL Thanksgiving parlay?
Let's hear it.
All right. I'm a Redskins fan, so remember this, but I got Lions catching 3 against Andy Dalton at 12:30. Raiders plus 260 money line against the Cowboys without their top 2 receivers, and their O-line's been playing awful, and Zeke's questionable. And then the Bills to beat the Saints, and that's plus 889.
Secure after that
dude.
one. That
It's
sounds
quite the
good.
parlay, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's up?
Did you guys know I did the Kessler run in 12 parsecs?
I heard it was just under 12 parsecs. Oh, he hung up after that. Wow, dude, that's mad funny.
Wait, what did he say?
He made the Kessler run in 12 parsecs. It's a Star Wars reference, dude. Keep up with them, bro. He ends with it every time.
I'm so lost in this. And does
Han Solo is the pilot of the Millennium Falcon.
wait.
Okay.
Am I shy here though? But is Han Solo also a musical artist?
No.
Someone with a similar name. Michael? No?
Are you thinking of like the
Hope so.
No.
Hans Zimmer is a like
I'm shocked. I swear
conductor
to
of
God.
an
This whole
orchestra.
time I'm thinking his picture and it's an artist. I swear to God. I'm looking this up right now.
I think you should. This is really ridiculous. Anyway, dude, Han Solo, pilot, Millennium Falcon. It is a ship, most famous ship in Star Wars, pretty much, dude.
San
Holo.
Yeah, so it had it backwards, Tony. So I'm not that crazy.
Well, that guy's a fucking douchebag, okay, dude? San Holo.
You don't even know him. You just
I don't know. He just switches the first 2 letters of the fucking name. Oh, yeah, San Holo, dude. Sick. Bro.
But thank you to Connor again for the picks. And just quickly here, Tony, to wrap up today.
Baseball, dude.
Thoughts on the big deal for Wander Franco. 12 years with a maximum value of $223 million for a guy that's played in 70 major league games, is only 20 years old.
I mean, look, dude, the guy has good stuff. I mean, just he's kind of calling back, dude. That's funny, bro.
Yo.
Connor, butt dial.
What do we
No,
got?
I need to talk to Brian.
What do we got, Connor?
Han Solo is not an artist. I'm here to tell you that first.
Okay.
I think you just got to rip the Band-Aid off and just watch the movie.
Yeah,
And then
I might have to.
I say we give you a week from today, and you report back to us.
Jeez, a week is a little tight with Thanksgiving. I mean, can't give me
You
two.
got a Disney Plus account?
What
Disney
account?
Plus, Disney Plus is-
Plus? No, ESPN Plus.
If you don't have the bundle,
Tony.
The bundle? Hello?
No, I just hate movies. That's why I don't have it. But continue.
That's fair.
He doesn't know.
that's fair.
I mean, if you don't like movies, I'm not going to tell you to start liking them.
No, I mean occasional movie, but come on, tell me that you wouldn't any day. I don't care what type of movie it is. Rather watch a really good sport game.
Oh yeah, if I have action on it, if I could bet on Han Solo on the over/under on Parsec, team is done.
But I don't know if you heard what we were saying before, but have you heard of San Holo, who I was getting the name confused with? Rapper, born in 1990.
Oh, I'm just looking at him right now, dude. From the Netherlands.
I don't listen to rap music.
No,
so
you shouldn't.
But
yeah.
that's pretty funny. But hey, I mean, when there's a gap with sports and there's a little downtime, no pun intended, I will possibly give it a try.
Here's a little sprinkle. Julius Randle to have 34 plus
I like that bet.
against the Lakers. I don't have the odds up, but I put 15 to win 77.
Wow.
Let's go,
So you
dude.
put 150
And
to
like
win
I-
770.
Like I said, the Lakers defense has given up a 30-point score in 5 straight contests. So who's going to do it tonight? Is it RJ Barrett quickly or Randall? I'll take my odds with Randall.
What about Kemba Walker? No.
Never tell him the odds.
Don't tell me the odds with Kemba.
I don't.
It's a Star Wars reference.
We're
bud.
really just going back to the well with Star Wars
The,
here.
the
Jeez.
force is not with Kemba.
One final question here for you. Do we have some early? I know we haven't even had free agency, but early World Series odds for next year?
I'll Google them right now.
I mean, dude, we might be able to catch them. Tony, you might as well put something.
Yeah,
Yankees
true.
or Mets, no?
I'll tell you my favorites if I can find them.
Well, the only rule is you can tell us your favorites, but they have to be a team that's located in New York.
Oh, sick, dude.
All right. Do you want me to just read you top 5?
Top 5 is good, yeah.
5. Dodgers plus 500. Braves and Astros are both plus 1,000. Yankees, White Sox, and the Rays are both plus 1,200. They're tied for first.
Oh my God! And just
And
one
then-
more. The New York Mets. Where are they?
1,800.
plus 1,800.
Wow. So there's value. 12 to 1, 18 to 1, Tony. I mean, somebody's got to hit, no?
Right, dude?
So,
1,000.
Yeah.
Do you cap a lot of the baseball games during the season, or?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. No. I honestly, me and Tony, huge baseball junkies.
Mhm. Michael, thank you.
So can't wait. Hopefully, we don't have a shortened season, delayed season.
No, there's no way, dude.
Time
no
will
freaking
tell.
way, dude.
No odds on there. There's no odds on when the lockout's gonna end, is there? No,
Did we lose him?
Connor? No.
I don't blame him.
I don't have odds on that now.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just curious. Just curious. But yeah.
If you need a bet, the Washington Nationals, if you can catch them anywhere at plus 6,000, you take them.
Come on, dude.
With
Nationals
plus 6,000. Is
6,000.
that 60?
All right, boys.
All
Have
right.
a good one.
All right, yo, peace, dude. Thanks for coming on.
Wait, is plus?
He was getting ready to go
Oh,
out.
plus
dude.
6,000 is 60 to 1. Yeah, because 1,200 is 12 to 1. Okay.
Anyway, dude.
18 to 1, Tony. I mean, come on.
That's pretty good.
FanDuel. I mean, I feel like you can get some free voucher for some.
Yeah, probably, right? Yeah, definitely.
Throw it on the Flyers tonight. You get some dough back. huh?
Yeah, dude.
Um.
I get your heads
Anyhow, you're in favor of the deal for Franco.
I am in favor, dude, locking down that short step for what was it, 11?
12 years.
12
but I
years,
think
dude.
11 might be guaranteed.
11,
or 10,
yeah, I think 11's
yeah.
guaranteed. I mean, what do you have? Like 39 RBIs. He only had like 7 home runs this past season, but I mean, just defensively in terms of that, I mean, he's incredibly quick. Got a nice glove, quick throw. He's got a good feel for the position, a good feel for the sport overall, dude. He has a high baseball IQ, and I think for someone, for an organization just like the Rays, I think they should be locking down these young guys.
Yeah, I just it makes sense for the organization, but I don't know. These pre-arbitration extensions just bother me a little bit, and I'm just looking at this article. Like Acuna's deal in 19 was 8 years, 100 million. So it's like was 21 then, so he's going to be 29 when that expires, and like you know what I mean. But if he had hit free agency 3-4 years earlier, I feel like it's $500 million. Like I don't know. I just feel like a lot of money is being left on the table.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still think for the lack of experience that he has,
Yeah.
I feel like he's getting paid a good amount.
Yeah.
I mean,
The only thing that it helps teams with everybody like the Yankees, for instance, like you know what I mean with we can't have all these and like well you do the extensions early, you're good.
Right.
But the only problem is did it with Hicks, did it with Severino.
don't like that.
Severino, I think will be okay.
Yeah,
Hicks
no,
supposedly
he's
he's
not, dude.
jacked in the Dominican League. I don't know if you saw any of those.
No,
Yeah, jacked.
Jesus, dude.
But you think he even plays 70 games this
No.
year? Really?
No,
Like
that's
it's
true, dude.
and then cut in the offseason?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god.
At that point, you have
Disaster.
to. Yeah, total disaster. Dude.
Are you pumped about Matt's potentially coming back to the Big Apple?
I mean, dude. I mean, I guess so. I mean, I'm not totally like sweetened on Steven Matz. Coming off a really good year with the Blue Jays. He had a 3.8 ERA. He was 14-7. Winning lots of games there with his starts, and he threw good stuff. I mean, he has probably his best ERA in the past few years, which is good because I mean, obviously those bad years were with the Mets.
Right.
Pretty much didn't really have a good year since 2016, and even arguably it wasn't phenomenal. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy, especially with losing Syndergaard and losing Aaron Loop, dude. I mean, we need some good, like, semi-reliable arms to be in our rotation right now. So
Yeah. So
am I happy with losing Aaron Loop? I mean,
2 years, $17 million for a guy's ERA who was under 1.
under 1, it was like 95.95, dude.
Mm.
I mean, you could argue like, he had a career year last year. He's been in the league since 2013. Never had like a year anywhere close to that, pretty much. So I mean, I could see where the Mets are like, oh, like he does it for more money. It's kind of a toss up, I suppose. Regardless, I think I would have been a little bit more. I would have been a little happier with the Mets if they kept him, dude. I mean, regardless, I mean, the guy's coming off a hell of a year. He was arguably our best reliever. Really not even that arguably. He was our best reliever. And then who do we have now? Familia or Castro? Like, not really entirely convinced by those two guys, dude.
Not a huge market out there for relievers. Graveman just signed with the White Sox.
Right now, actually, yeah. So,
Kimbrel, though, expected to be available in trade talks. Would you be in favor of him?
Yeah, dude. At this point, I mean, look, Steve Cohen's out there, flashing his wallet, saying he has all his money to spend, hasn't spent anything yet. Haven't re-signed Baez. I think at this point, dude, you have to make a big push for a big name starter. And I think it has to be Max Scherzer.
Yeah. You think what do you think it takes?
Max Scherzer?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I feel like how old is he now? Like 34?
No, 36,
36?
37, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he's gonna have some pretty good offers, dude.
Yeah. And then it's like, you want to go 6 years?
6 years. I was thinking like
for
5. Like, yeah, like I'd give him 5 years, dude.
Yeah. I know. It's just because, like, you know what? Even if you just get 3 amazing years,
yeah, like that's fucking worth it.
and
At
have
that
him
point,
close
dude.
after that.
Yeah, and Steve Cohen's got all this money, so let's fucking
You
go. dude.
like are almost Willie Randolph with Steve.
I'm getting a little tight, dude. I mean, you let Syndergaard go. I mean, yeah, you let Loop go again. I mean, these guys have question marks on them, but I mean, you're talking about making these big moves. You haven't done anything yet. You haven't done anything, dude. And it's like, yeah, you just got a GM, dude. So it's like, at this point, I mean, they should have been making moves. They've had a GM for probably a week now at this point. So it's like deadline. This fucking lockout's going to be coming. So it's like, start making moves now because everyone's going to be off the fucking table, dude.
Yeah.
Well, let's go, dude. You're losing your pitchers. You're losing good players at this point.
And I know it's not their number one priority, but just as a flyer, and I think it would be a really big revenge spot for him. I could just see Frazier signing with the Mets.
I can see that too.
Officially released today.
Mm-hmm.
Odor, I'm sure you'd like to stay at home.
Yeah.
He was also released.
I think the Angels picked up Wade too.
I did see
Dude,
that.
they're making some fucking moves.
Yeah, because they have Loop,
Right,
Because they just got rid of
Wade.
that bogus GM that the Mets just hired.
Well, he wasn't their GM last season.
But what is your temperature with that player though? Honestly, are you excited or only if they get the guy from Stearns from Milwaukee next year? You want the package deal?
I don't know. I'm happy with that player, honestly. Yeah. I think he's gonna be good. In terms of experience as a GM, he's got it. He has experience with scouting, with being a GM. He's done some good things with the Angels, dude. So I just think I'm hopeful, but I mean, I need to have some moves to show it.
Maybe a manager.
Maybe a manager would be a good start, dude. But it's like, fucking, come on, dude. Like, what are we doing? What are we waiting for?
Yeah, no, it's really frustrating, especially coming off the year that they had. You know, it just, I don't know. You think it's just a lot of hesitation with the looming lockout? That's really it. Like,
I guess, but why?
Yeah. It's like, I mean, what is it? Never going to resume again?
That's what I mean. It's not like it's not the season's going to start. Like, come on, dude. They're talking about it starting on time. If there even is a lockout, which I think at this point there probably is.
But is there just, I don't know, been any reports on like negotiations, timelines?
In terms of the lockout?
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've heard, MLB Network is saying that there is going to be a lockout. So, I mean, if they're like kind of reporting that on air, I mean, I want to.
But there's no timeline. It might be a couple weeks, a month, like something like that.
They're confident that it wouldn't affect spring training. So
okay, all right. But Still, you just I don't know. You want a full off-season program, so hopefully
Yeah,
it's not extended. You know, some teams need that program more than others.
like the Mets.
Mets remain in on Javi Baez, who could
Mhm.
sign by December 2nd, but isn't the lockout December 1st?
December 1st is yeah.
Like, what is that time?
I don't know, dude.
Reds reportedly open to trading Sonny Gray. Return to the Big Apple across town.
I don't think so, dude.
Now you'd be pissed.
Yeah, like what fucking good is that, dude?
More of a pitcher's park though at City Field. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, dude. Sonny Gray.
He did okay last year, right? I mean, it wasn't
I don't know.
terrible.
Let's look it up, dude.
I know his ERA with the Yankees was like 6.
Fucking
So.
terrible, dude.
419 after a
419,
3.70, and then the year before he
7-9.
pitched really well. I know that. And then Orioles considering offers for John Means. That seems like a guy you'd be interested in, no?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, obviously, dude. I mean, it's pretty much everything the Orioles had in terms of their starting pitching. You know, and he's not. You know, he's 28 years old. I would definitely be open to offering him a contract.
And then also
3.60
Taylor,
ERA.
according to Mike Puma of the New York Post, Taylor Rogers is among the lefty relievers whom the Mets have eyes. But I guess they have some other guys under consideration. I know not that he's a lefty, but Kirby Yates is another guy they could potentially bring in.
I like Kirby.
He
He was with the Cubs, right?
I,
For a little while,
believe so.
and-
He was Yankees at one point.
Yeah.
Before he went to the
yeah.
Padres, he was the All-Star, Tommy
Mhm.
John. So Yates underwent Tommy John. He was on the Blue Jays in late March. So the feeling is that he'll command a 2-year deal. He could contribute during the second half of the 2022 season.
See some moves, dude.
Yeah, like do they even have a hot stove show on MLB at this point, or is it just
No.
like no?
Nothing.
But Dog does high heat the whole year.
Yeah.
But it's
Even
just at
the
like
offseason,
certain
dude.
points of the offseason, it's like, what the hell does he talk about? Let's go hit history.
He'll do, yeah, like this day in history or whatever. Flashback, whatever he does. I forget what the segment's called.
If
but
he was on regular mainstream radio, would you listen to him every day or no?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny. Oh my god, just I really like Mad Dog Radio because it's a small network of callers. He knows the people really well. Like they go back. I don't know. It just because a lot of radio hosts these days are stuck up. They don't want to
Right.
give you the time of day. And he'll talk to you.
Oh,
for
talk to
a couple
anyone,
minutes,
dude. Yeah. He'll banter. He loves it, bro. He lives for that shit.
So just something funny, but well past the sweet spot here, Tony. But really,
I think 125 is our new sweet spot, dude.
because we just extended coverage of the NHL,
Right.
almost like the most covered topic.
I would say pretty close. I mean, I don't talk much basketball, so it's like, especially with you getting in hockey now, it's like, dude.
Yeah, and I have to say this year, the slow start definitely part of it, but it's just like more rattled for hockey than the NBA at this point.
Get the fuck out of
right
here.
now, but it's going to change, I'm sure. But could be, I think at the very least, though, I think I can see it being an even parallel.
LeBron would be very sad to hear that, dude.
Yeah, but also, Tony, what am I going to say to conclude this conversation? What would I say whenever we're talking about favorites, teams? It's
All about the Yankees.
exactly. So at the end of the day, that's what really matters. We're passing time with enjoyment, but we're passing time. I mean, you know it. I mean,
He's just waiting for spring training, basically.
That's like a ridiculous statement, though.
but it's not though, because you feel the same way deep down.
I don't know about the same way. I'm not just passing the time. I'm enjoying the hockey season.
Enjoying
right
it, but at
now.
the same time, you were like, wow, like would I even be watching this if the Mets were on?
It depends. The Mets are any
If
good.
the Mets were doing good. Oh my god! Honestly, if the Mets start out 15-5 next year, are you every pitch, every inning? Like,
Oh yeah.
mashing
Start of the
teams?
season, I'm every pitch anyway, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, normally,
Dude,
let's get off to a hot start
this-
anyway. So
I mean, obviously the show is electric to begin with, but imagine Yankees, Mets, both in the postseason next year, like top seeds in each league. Oh my
we're
god!
gonna be going to a lot of games during the
I'm-
postseason, dude.
I mean, we gotta go to a lot of regular season.
Yeah,
games
we
to
really
begin
do.
with. Oh my god! So ready? Probably spring training trip. Are we going? For sure.
Dunedin?
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 Dunedin. I have to say that's what I forgot
dude.
about. But
Yeah.
gotta love sports. Gotta love sports. But as we wrap it up here, any last words on the way out?
Dude, I think we fucking covered it all, man.
Go Flyers.
Let's go Flyers, buddy.
Kind of an odd comment, right? Because they're kind of rivals with the Rangers.
Oh, they're a big rivalry.
Yeah.
Original 6 team, right across the fucking state.
Philly, New York,
dude. Yeah, bro. But I was always partial to the Flyers growing up, just like I was partial to the Braves growing up as well. So I just kind of always,
enjoy the Oilers game. Watch out for Draisaitl and McDavid. And Michael, are you going to be watching the game at 7:30 on TNT?
Oh yeah, for Melo and the Knicks.
Let's go. Pumped for it. But great show, fellas. Thank you to all our fans. Thank you to Connor for the amazing picks. Keep commenting, liking, subscribing, and we will see everyone mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.
Yeah. No, it's definitely